Hello, this is Alekios, and welcome back to Warplan Orange as the Allies in 1927. Moving right ahead, we did a lot of organization in the last couple turns, and I'm hoping to get a little bit more done now. Actually, now that I think about it, we could go digging through... Well, no, because they're all tankers and transports. We don't have personnel transports. Thinking of all the ships that arrived in San Francisco. So we have a lot of AKs, we have some TKs, so transports and tankers. Yes! Useful to put subs in the Sea of Japan. Maybe that'll make them think twice. What we don't have a lot of are the dedicated personnel transports or amphibious transports, or APs. Finish up our bombardment. Yeah, they seem to be growing. That's alright. You know what? All we're going to do is use some supplies, which we have an abundance of, and we're just bleeding them. So if they keep replenishing there, we'll just bleed them for weeks on end. So 15th of January. Not much going on at the moment. Looks like some of our ASW groups came back, which is fine. I'll leave them in place though. One destroyer's headed out. Our oilers are now here. We'll load them with supplies actually. And then we'll get some fuel for the second group. So you should be empty now, and you are. Let's send you to Mackin, I think. And you still have plenty of supplies to offload. Transports have not arrived in Borneo. Pair of destroyers that looks like they ran out of supplies. I believe they were part of one of the more significant groups. We have a surface combat group here. Might as well disband them. Don't need to keep them up and running. Not right now, at least. We do have a few more subs that are injured. I'll leave the one replacement. Now that we've had success in the Sea of Japan, I kind of want to put more stuff out here. Put one here. Put one here. Put one over here. Or any transports transferring to or from the Sea of Japan. I may even try to get in here. So that is viable. Try to hit some of the transport convoys headed up that way. Maybe even try to hit transports going into Busan. See, what else do we have? Put up Incheon as well. Alright, I'm happy. Maybe I'll try to take Korea. You know, I could transfer or even just walk them the long route. Once we get a few groups here in Singapore, some of these new troops that are arriving, we can start sending them up to Port Arthur. Then have them attack and take Port Arthur. And then we can have them start setting up in these mountains. And just have them chill out here to put pressure on the Japanese. And if they appear weak enough, we can start moving in there. Maybe they'll draw their fleet back as they seek to transfer troops to the Korean Peninsula. And then we can transport troops out of the Philippines and possibly take Formosa. And then from Formosa, we can apply more pressure on Korea. Because I think we can use the Japanese border freely. I think that gives us a more solid plan. Like, I've been wondering what our next move should be. Ah, jeez. Alright, we haven't been using our seaplane tenders. We don't need to leave them permanently out there, especially with Japanese subs moving around. I'm gonna pull them back and disband them into Pearl Harbor. We don't get more of that happening. Again, we are seeing an increase. I think we would have to do a long sustained assault to weaken them. I'm not necessarily against that either. 16th of January, nothing on the west coast. Alright, let's return to Pearl Harbor and go ahead and auto disband. I'll go for you guys as well. Return, auto disband. Return. Ooh, Sheena might not make it. Auto disband. Still got some speed, so she might make it. And let's go full speed. We'll leave the ASW destroyers there. Replenishment ship is full of fuel, so we can only do fuel with these. Tried to load supplies, it did not work. It's fine, it's not that big a deal. Are these the cruisers again trying to run away? You guys need to knock that off. I know it's because they're just short-ranged. I may send a couple small tankers up here. What passes for small tankers? This is a terrible way to check that. We need active ships. So, capacity. Oilers are small. We could grab some of these 6,000 ones. I don't think we have a lot of those. It'll have to be the 12,000. So, full size, normal tankers. Let's form a group. We need... Actually, I doubt we have that many just ready to go. 8. That might be enough to do something with. So, let's look at it this way. We'll grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab the 14 knot ones. We will take with them destroyers, do 5 for 5, replenish task force, load them with fuel, no retirement, send them up to Midway. They'll get a little more fuel there, and then we'll split them up amongst all those groups out there. And if they need to go to intercept something, we'll just have to split them up. And then we'll grab a bunch of these guys. Alright, we did get some APs in that group that came in, and those will be much wanted. I can't have that many in a group, can I? Won't let me. Let's load them full of fuel. We'll head out to Pearl Harbor. Ooh. With system damage, though. Let's actually disband that group. Is there anything I can do for that? Mostly it looks like the troop transports are the only ones that didn't come with a little bit of systems damage. Assume that represents the trip from the east coast to the west coast. Let's form transport group. We'll grab all of the APs. And this is going to seem a little silly. I'm going to send them to Pearl Harbor to pick up destroyers to head back to San Francisco. I'm not going to do that. Set the home base for Pearl Harbor. We'll pick up troops now. Looks like there's still a little bit of the U.S. Division, 4th U.S. Infantry Division. We'll send them on those guys. And then that group will disband there. So Pearl Harbor. This group's set. Replenishment ship. We loaded them with fuel. Their destination is set. How is Midway looking for fuel? Decent. This group is loading fuel and head for Midway. I don't have another tanker group, do I? I do need to keep sending fuel. There it is. Then we have our transports doing their thing. Send them to some of the rocks in the ocean. And I do want to set up this attack now. We have plenty of supplies. We have fatigue and disruption. Should we just... set all to defend? Kind of give them a break. Except for the dedicated artillery. Oh, even they're pretty fatigued. How are the aircraft? Ready, no fatigue. Do some ground attack. And some naval search. We'll have the aircraft keep the disruption up on them. Target is Vigan. How close are these guys? 40, so they made 2 kilometers. I think that's everything. But we're not making as much progress as I was hoping on this term because I found something else to organize. But we did some thinking out loud, and now we have a... rather than a misty, nebulous plan of what the immediate future looks like, or near future, I shouldn't say immediate. We now have a more solid plan. And I actually like it. If we can't finish off the troops at Vigan, I can draw some of those off, send them to mainland China, and have them walk over to... Oh, they just finished off that poor destroyer. I was like, what destroyer and subs are out there? But they can walk from mainland China to North Korea. We can start doing that. Maybe a few Indian brigades. And then if we can manage it, one of the US divisions. As a reserve. Or any Japanese attacks. And that should be the 17th. 17 January. Yay. So they're loading. These ones are not. I'll let these ones wait a day or two. That'll help them repair some of the systems damage. And I'll wait for these ones to leave. Then we'll see how much is there. So I'm going to disband some of these ASW groups. I haven't really been using these groups just to help organize things and to have more destroyers available. Those ones are in good shape. These ones are offloading. These ones are short. And those ones are a little bit depleted. Those ones are headed out. These ones are headed in. Cruisers are probably panicking again. Stop. Maybe that'll get them to stop freaking out so much to be on cruise speed. It also means they'll be less good at interception. If we look at our these ones, we want to look at our carriers. The Yorktown is the only one that's in decent shape. So we'll get it up to Pearl Harbor. And then we may send it northwest of Wake to kind of disrupt things out that way. I really need to take Wake. No, don't retire. Stay there. Load troops. We want the 2nd New Zealand Brigade. And then head to Joliet. These ones are outbound. Singapore, nothing going on there. Philippines, we're gonna keep any troops that arrive in Manila. No reason to move forward. They made 2 more kilometers. These guys, disruption and fatigue is still pretty high. Actually, if we look at this, can we see their disruption and fatigue? No. The aircraft really aren't doing anything. Kind of disappointing. There we go. Target commander discretion again. We'll just leave it that way. Can they carry anything other than a torpedo? No. All that it can do is carry a torpedo? Okay. We'll leave them at naval attack then. They really haven't been doing much lately. Wow, that is a lot of regiments. I think we might leave them there since Shanghai is kind of important for us. And there are not a lot of Chinese brigades that we can move. I assume because Japan hasn't attacked China. If they do, that frees them up. That and a lot of it is represented by warlords that don't want to move their power bases around. You need to keep them home. Alright, where's the Karachi transports? Alright, slowly making their way. I think we have all the land forces we're gonna get for a while. How are these guys looking? Disruption and fatigue is still there. I guess that doesn't really go away. Not quickly. Just have them relax. The Japanese certainly aren't assaulting us. We've got all the time in the world. So keeping our guys on the defensive is the preferred option. But with that, I hope you enjoyed. Appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Take care.